What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Scrap Talk. Oh my goodness, exciting! Francis Ngannou. I'm waiting on double confirmation because he hasn't come out and said it yet. But you got that footage of him and this new chapter and all that. You got his mom in the picture with the PFL get up on, and then you have a lot of different reports starting last night from what I saw till today, saying that Francis Ngannou has gone free agent. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I mean, I think that the UFC, maybe they just couldn't get it right with Francis. Maybe he couldn't get it right with them. Who knows? But I feel like they're both gonna be just fine without one another. UFC is the UFC. They'll keep moving right along. We'll talk about that in a sec. But Francis Ngannou is Francis freaking Ngannou. He's not. I mean, okay. So the PFL. Let's say he goes PFL. A lot of people watch the PFL, but a lot of different people are going to have to start watching the PFL if they want to follow him over there. And I think a lot of people will. He's a loved champion, and he's a scary mother. So I think at least the first few times, wherever he goes, I think people will try to follow and at least see. But I don't think he'd get the exposure that he's getting on the UFC. However, maybe he can bring the PFL to a different level. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at him. And for him to turn down a bag that the UFC is probably offering, even though he's saying it's not a lot, it's probably a whole lot, you know? And for him to turn that down, that means there has to be a bigger bag being offered somewhere else. Who knows? So I'm not mad at him. And as far as the UFC, I'm not mad at them either. Business is business. My only problem is this. What are y'all gonna do? Jones versus Blades for the belt? I mean, they could try to bring Stipe back, but I don't even know if Stipe would come back. And personally, I don't want to see that. I think Stipe Miocic is done. I think he's lost the zeal. I think he's lost the motivation, and I think that's just fine. Stipe's living a real life. He's doing real things, and he's rich as hell. He's a champ, and he's a loved champ as well. If they brought him back, while I don't want to see it, it would be huge. Jones versus Stipe for the belt. I mean, it would be big, but I don't think I'm not. I'm not pulling for that one. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I personally don't want to see that, and I don't want to see Jones versus Blades either. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. We'll see. This is all just happening as we go. So that's the news for now on that. Shout out to Francis Ngannou. I don't think his star ends here. I hope that he gets some good people around him, get a good agent around him, and, start making some moves, start branding yourself. You hit as hard as a car. You're freaking Francis Ngannou. Your story where you got locked in cages and dumped in the desert and made it back 7 times. This is real stuff that you can use to make yourself somebody, okay? Tyson did all his stuff he did in life, went away, came back, went on world tours telling his stories. So imagine what Ngannou can do while he's still active and scary. All right, so I'm gonna keep my eyes on this, and I'll keep you guys informed. Thanks so much for watching Scrap Talk. I'm Johnny. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, the whole bit, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.